My dad, 40, male, sided with the creep instead of me, 20, female. I can't look him in the eye anymore. What should I do? Here's the context for this. So basically, me, 20, female, and my sibling were doing some fixing up around the house, and our neighbor, a sweet old lady, 60, came to us to ask us about what we were up to. We talked for a while, and then she was called inside by her husband, 70. She left after that, and we continued with our work. After 30 minutes of working, our mom called us inside, but we had some more work to do, so I asked my sibling to go and told them that I would take care of the rest. I continued on with my work as normal, though I was in the squatting position because I was installing this grill fence thing, and that's when I heard a commotion in our neighbor's house. Suddenly, the neighbor's husband, 70, walked out of the house. I didn't pay attention to what he was saying because I was working. We had problems with snakes and other animals getting in through the gaps in our fences, so I had to get this done before it got super late. So I was doing my work, and this guy, and this was the first time I was seeing the guy, by the way, because I've only ever heard about him, never seen him in person, just started staring, like openly staring. He had a cig in his hands, and I didn't notice it at first, but I felt uncomfortable all of a sudden, and I stood up. And that's when I heard the sweet old woman tell the old guy to get inside. She was inside the house and had closed the door. It's getting cold out there, but instead of going back to his own house, he instead walked forward, crossed his home gate, and just started staring more. I was scared. He just looked like bad news, and before he could move forward, I quickly tried to lock our front gate, but I accidentally cut myself on the hand. The fence thingy we installed was sharp because I was panicking and all, but thankfully I got to lock it in time, and I rushed back to my house as soon as I could. After I reached my house, I told my mother and sibling about this and got such creepy and weird vibes from the neighbor guy outside, and that I felt unsafe. Anyways, fast forward 3 to 4 hours, my dad was back from work, and I was telling him about what happened that day and about cutting my hand on the fence. God, like I expected him to agree, just like my sibling and mom, and worry over the wound, but he didn't. He asked me what I was wearing and when it happened instead. What I was wearing in my own home. Like, Jesus, this is my own place, Dad. I don't want to wear skirts and long pants inside my own home. I had to fix the fucking fence. It was an important thing. Who the hell would give a fuck about what they were wearing when they had to fix shit so they could sleep peacefully without worrying about snakes and whatnots? And if anyone's wondering, I was wearing shorts that were little above my knee and a long-sleeved shirt with a high neckline. And to be honest, even if I were dressed provocatively, how does that warrant someone to be creepy towards me? How is that my fucking fault? He told me that I couldn't understand it because I was too young. I'm too young to understand, but not too young to be objectified and reduced to my godforsaken clothes. So obviously after hearing that, I was heartbroken. I'm still feeling so choked up over it. A fucking creep was low-key trying to do something to me, and my own father tells me no, it's not the creep's fault for being weird, it's mine for luring him in because I was wearing shorts at my own damn home.